Welcome back to another episode. We are next to His Majesty. We're going to talk to the kitty, and then we're going to talk to Raphael and Mol, that are full body depiction of a tiefling. Yeah, what about that? Wait a minute. How come there are no other pictures, portraits on the wall that I can take with me? What's this one? Blackboard. Huh. That's kind of weird. But anyway, let's talk to the Majesty.
Hiss! I say hiss!
Your years of hunting and tracking have taught you to recognize a territorial animal when you see it.
Mm-hmm. Easy, kitty. I mean no harm. Well, we can also try some animal handling. Or we could hiss back. Hiss! Thus, I do not seek your territory, noble beast. Only a few moments of your time. Oh, this is actually a very interesting choice of words, because territory is space and time somewhat related to it. So we say that we do not seek the territory, and then say that we seek its territory in a space-wise dimension. So in both cases, we are going to interfere with his space. You gotta be kidding me. Why? If this continues, I'm going to run out of inspiration charges. 11. Yeah, before you get 9, afterwards you get 11. Thank goodness. Something is wrong with those die rolls.
I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you. You are so high up there. Okay, quietly admire the cat. Quite the specimen you are. Did you come to this place? You seem like someone who knows what he is about. Heard anything interesting around here?
Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. Do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful.
Oh, how disgraceful indeed. Oh, His Majesty. That's... For some reason, a cat with a certain attitude is always nice to talk to. No, quite the specimen you are. How did you come to this place?
I slinked, of course.
Let's admire the cat.
You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Hiss.
Alright. Why does Lizelle disapprove of us? Admiring the cat. Jealous, or what? And also the cleric. The cleric. Wait a minute. I think with the cleric, they actually meant the cleric casting the spell, which is supposed to be in the upper quarters. Yeah, I said Raphael, and now I'm going to talk to Raphael and Mol. Let's talk to both of them. Probably triggers like a cutscene that does like somewhat connected.
Your move, Mol.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage. No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it.
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it. For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play Lanceboard by any chance? It's my first time playing.
Oh.
The keen gleam in Mol's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Rig the game with some sleight of hand. Oh. Are we going to rig it? No. Is there another way of making Mol win the game? Fall back, protect your queen above everything. Oh, okay. You shouldn't be playing games with this man. He's the devil. Well, A. One of many. Put pressure on him, attack the pieces in front of his king. Sure, kid. I've never played Lanceboard. No, wait, what? The king gleaming Mol's eye reveals the lie, sure. The thing is... What? The thing is, I cannot look at the board and figure out what's going on. Wait a minute. Maybe we can figure out what's going on. Let me... I cannot see shit! Okay. So... And I don't even know whose pieces are who... I cannot look at the interesting amount of health again. And 5, of course. We can just steal the whole... Wait. Yeah, we can just steal the whole board. But I have to say, the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it's like chess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8 by 8. I like the way this whole thing is made up. You can actually make... Kind of looks like a toolbox if you open it up, right? Like it has different platforms, and then you can just close the whole thing down so that it gets more transportable. Actually, a very interesting idea. And then there should be like a something in the bottom, like a compartment or whatever, where you can keep all of the pieces. Maybe you can just lay them all down and just flatten the whole thing. Oh, I just got a really nice idea for a chessboard. Like, we have so much technology, right? Can't you just make a chessboard where the chess pieces are getting pulled across on magnets or something? Or maybe even there is some hidden mechanism under them that makes them roll forward or something. That would be quite interesting. Maybe even have something like a vibrating chess piece that moves along on ridges or something, and depending on the frequency of the vibration, it either goes upwards or sideways, because the board itself has different ridges on it, and because of the resonance of the piece and the ridges on the board, it chooses different directions. That might be very interesting. Maybe you can make this work. That would be magical indeed. Okay. Anyway, we could try to rig the board. Put pressure on him, attack the pieces in front of his king. It is like, if the thing is, the king Larian Mol's eye reveals the lie. Sure, she knows the game well and she wants to win. That makes sense. I can say that I've never played Lanceboard before. I could say anything. And depending on what I say, maybe there are different outcomes, or maybe they're all the same outcome again. The only thing that may have anything significant coming afterwards is the rigging the board with some sleight of hand magic. I don't want to do it like that. That's actually the nice thing about chess. You can... Maybe, depends on who's starting first, like tic-tac-toe. There may be a higher chance for a certain color to win compared to others. Okay, should be playing games with this man. He's a devil. Okay. You should put pressure on him, attack the pieces in front of his king. Yeah. The thing is, I would like to look at the board while I give this advice. Maybe it even makes sense with the pieces on the board. But I can't zoom in closer in order to figure out what's what. Protect your queen above everything else. The thing about protection is that it's always passive. Actually, yeah, wait a minute. What kind of strategy do you have to play for in chess to make it work? Like, who wins? The one guarding the pieces, or the one actually guarding the pieces does not work. You have to be offensive in chess in order to win. Just for the simple fact that if you play offensively, or like, what is the last move in a chess game? And the last move in a chess game is usually the checkmate. Or like, it's not really the checkmate. Checkmate is more like, I can't do any other moves. I've lost. But the actual last move is one of your pieces attacks the king of the enemy king, and then you win. That is it. You have to somehow get to the enemy king. This is the only goal there is. That's the only move that you need to do in chess to win. The only one, right? Every other move just draws out the inevitable in a way. So if you think about it, every other move that is not meant for you to get closer to the king, or actually take the king out, should not be taken, right? Therefore, white, because white always starts first, should have some kind of advantage, because there's some advantage in moving earlier than the others. Like initiative rolls in here. If you can deal damage earlier, then the enemy may even be dead before their turn arrives. Huh. Or maybe there's a certain flip in the game that happens at some point. So you play defensively until there is an opening, and then you change your strategy into aggression, and then you go straight for the king, like a lance thingy that needs to have a certain weak spot in front of it in order to strike, or like a sniper basically. A sniper can only snipe and take the target out if if there's a clear line of sight, right? Like the sniper is a queen or a bishop or a tower or whatever, something that can go across the whole board, or actually any other piece. But yeah, the snipers kind of like those towers, bishops, queens. Is there anything else that can move very far? I don't think so. There's also the horse thingy, which is somewhat tricky. But yeah. Huh. Okay, wait a minute. What kind of position would be safe for the king to be in at all times? Like, there are certain chess pieces that can traverse multiple colors, black and white, right? The tower can go sideways, horizontally, vertically, and because the board is arranged in this crisscross pattern, with like a white place right next to a black one, and so on, like a checkerboard. That means that the tower can transition from one to the next, and it also goes in the line. Therefore, as long as you are not in the line of the tower, everything is good. But you cannot hide on a specific color. The bishop, on the other hand, can only go sideways. Therefore, the bishop... There's one bishop that can never touch you, and it's the bishop that your king is not standing on in regard to the color, right? There's a white bishop and then there's a black bishop, and they can never change. So that means that one bishop will never be able to defeat the king. It will only be able to defeat the enemy pieces other than the king. If you play like that, that's actually a very interesting strategy. You can take out one enemy piece completely by just not standing on that corresponding spot. That's very nice. Or you can actually flip the strategy, like you defeat one bishop and then position your king on the corresponding pieces and only go sideways, like diagonally, so that you are always on the safe pieces and the other bishop cannot touch you. That's very interesting. So that means that the enemy, if they were to use the bishop, are just doing like red herring moves. Very strange. Anyway, so not standing on a color for the bishop, not standing on a line corresponding to the tower, and then there's the queen that can do all of those shenanigans, and sadly that's one of the strongest pieces. So the only way to... How do you take out a queen? Oh, that's difficult. The only way to take down a queen is to trap it with another character. You have to sacrifice a pawn, or the enemy just doesn't know how to use the queen and just positions it right in a dead spot or something. Sacrifices it somewhat, but yeah, the queen has to be taken out with a 2-piece strategy. Like, one piece gets captured by the queen, and the second one has to destroy the queen, right? Put pressure on, attack the pieces in front of his king. You're not supposed to attack the pieces in front of the king. Ooh, okay, let's just try some sleight of hand and... Hoppala. Karlach approves. How can she approve?
How's that for Calamsham rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm.
What's the other half? Is that why you are here, to play games? Just bug off, no. And what's the other half? And also, it's very interesting plucking an apple from a tree. There's something strange happening to plants if you pluck their fruit. Because a fruit that is plucked is not the fruit that is ripe. A fruit that is ripe and ready to eat is a fruit that falls on its own. So as long as, like, if you want to eat a fruit that's ready to be eaten, you have to hold out your hand under the apple tree and wait until an apple falls down in it. And that apple is ready. That is ripe for eating. That's basically how trees propagate. They let their fruits fall, and then maybe even maybe they rot a little bit, and then they produce some alcohol, right? And this alcohol may be the secondary part of the allure of the fruit. So maybe the fruit when it's fresh, and then maybe the second part of it, some kind of mild form of alcohol poisoning that the animals get themselves under while eating the fruit. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe that's why they like it. So the tree is drugging other animals in order for the seed and all of the flesh of the fruit to be eaten and then somewhere dispersed in the surroundings. If you think about it, who is using whom in order to propagate? Anyway, But if we pluck an apple, it's definitely never ripe. That's basically it. Or one way of doing it, you can just put a net under a tree and let the fruit fall on it on their own. The lazy part of it. You don't have to shake the tree, you don't have to do anything. Only thing that you have to do is maybe like angle the net a little bit so that if the fruit falls, it falls like in a bucket, and then you just go along, empty the bucket, and put another one in its place. Actually, you don't need to empty the bucket, you can just take the bucket and put another one in there. It's actually quite a nice idea. The other way would be to make a little water slide for the fruit. Like an apple probably swims in water, right? So if it falls, then it can be flushed out like a turd. But a slightly more fruity turd, and then you can just collect it somewhere in the farmhouse. You don't have to harvest anything. The only thing you have to do is wait. That's a very lazy way of farming, but it probably is a very nice one. Only thing that you have to do is pump water in a good manner of ways. Like, yeah, that could work. Whatever. And what's the other half?
My favorite kind. Ambition. But don't you worry about Mol. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter.
Someone feeding on tragedy, how so? And why is it that devils always like tragedy that much? What about the positive kind of tragedy? If you think about it, what is tragedy? People trying their best but failing. That's basically what tragedy is. A plan not being put to fruition, plan that fails, something that never bears fruit. Very interesting. Something that never bears fruit, basically a tragedy. But then he said something about an apple that is plucked, so something that bears fruit. So how can tragedy be that alluring that it gets plucked or whatever? In this case, you're cheating the tree of its way of propagating by plugging it yourself, which basically turns the whole situation into a tragedy. Great! Very interesting. Now, just stay away from Mol, you hear? Oh yeah, we are not here to save Mol. Or are we? So, what is this region's history of tragedy?
Why spoil it? It's all out there, waiting to be discovered. You never know what you might find if you just dig a little deeper.
Whoa, that's a nice hint. Now the big question is, where do we dig? But yeah, just stay away from Mol, you hear? Well, if Mol and Raphael are that good of friends already, then there's nothing we can do, and the whole thing is already played out.
She won. She has a taste for it now. She'll be the one who comes to me.
Whoa.
But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light.
Well, I do actually look fairly well indeed. Look at that. Fresh like a baby's buttocks. Now, if you're still offering solutions, I'm all ears, yes. As long as they're good solutions that actually work. You know, I've never been better. Yes, kind of. Leave me alone, Hellspawn. No. If you're still offering solutions, I'm all ears, yes. It will probably not be good for Karlach to hear that, but we're still here for a good Solution. Yes. Interesting. But wait a minute. I just forgot my train of thought for a moment. Yeah. Getting hooked on success. Success can be kind of like a drug, right? And if you are used to winning, you may not like not winning. Therefore, your actions change like an addict getting its next fix. So you are actually behaving differently if you were brought up in a winning environment. That's very interesting. Or maybe in an environment that lets you win more often. Or maybe often enough for you to feel the need to win once more. So I'm actually, all ears when it comes to solutions. But I'm not going to adhere to them if I don't like them. I know that Karlach disapproves.
All thumbs, rather, the way you've been stumbling about the place. But at least I can't say I'm not entertained. In fact, I'm quite confident you still have a few good days in you yet. Precious time to practice begging for my help with your bare knees in the dirt. I really am at my magnanimous best when people make an effort. See you soon.
Oh. And you took a chessboard. Oh, come on. Away. Shuffling the board. Charlatan got another inspiration for us. Thank goodness. Anything else? Thescan Tactician. How so? That wasn't a technical thing. The Pale Elf has a journal update. How so?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I want to know why you have some progress in your quest, even if we haven't progressed yet. Need you to say that. Nope. Okay, nothing there. What about Carly?
Copper for your thoughts?
Gold, maybe, but no.
We must press forward. Let's deal with Ketheric, then find Voss in Baldur's Gate.
Right. So... there's Molly.
Have a gander at the finest stock.
Let's talk to her. I really want to know what's going on.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me can make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you.
Ah, about that deal.
No.
Okay, I do want to know. You need to stay away from Raphael. His deals are poison. Okay. To be honest, I don't know the deal yet, so we don't know if it's poison. So take the deal if you want, kid, but a word of advice, let him get a little desperate first. Okay, Raphael is a real, literal devil. You and your soul are in danger, Molly. Okay, of course, persuasion will probably not work. Let him get a little desperate first. Yeah, desperate for what? Like the... I don't want to be I don't want to come along as like some moral apostle or something. Oh, there we go. There's the... Wait. I thought Raphael took it away. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But we do have some kind of gold in there, but that is... yeah. Viciousness. The number you need to roll to land a critical hit is reduced by 1. Replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. Very, very nice indeed. Maybe I should buy one of those. Actually, what I want to say is... What is it that Thee has told you? What's the deal? And then we can figure it out. And then I also want to know why Mol wanted to have a deal with the devil. I mean, Mol is already betraying people, so he's used to it, so why need the devil? That's weird. So, take the deal if you want, kid, but the word of advice, let him get a little desperate first. That sounds like we all... Like we know Raphael, and we have bested him already, but we didn't. You need to stay away from Raphael. Sure. His deals are poison. Again, we don't know what kind of deals he has, what we have to give, what we get in return. But only thing we can say is that he is a literal devil, and his soul is in danger. I think Mol already knows that, but this is the one that's closest to what I actually want to say, but it's probably going to backfire. But we do have inspirations that may work. Thank goodness, no inspiration needed this time.
You aren't joking. I kind of believe him more now than I did a minute ago.
Okay. You need to stay away from Raphael, his usurper, sure. What exactly did he offer you? Exactly. This is the thing that I want to know.
Protection for me and my kids, that's all.
Uh-huh.
Not that it's any of your business. I'm not poking my nose into whatever trade you made with him.
Okay. The problems are a lot more pressing than yours. I haven't made a deal. He's just trying to tempt me. Yeah. Not judging, Mol. Only curious about the details, yes.
Safe passage to Baldur's Gate. Safe from everyone. Like Zev was supposed to do. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice. Not the devil's, and not yours.
Interesting. So Mol doesn't do it for personal gain, but rather... Actually, it is personal gain. He thinks of his little crew of stealers, right? Pickpockets as his family, therefore trying to pay as much as he can. And this is where the fault lies. He's not... He thinks of others, and this makes the whole thing not work out for him in the end.
One of the worst things about getting old. Watching kids make the same exact mistakes you made. And knowing there's absolutely nothing you can say to change their mind. Then again, Mol's a hell of a lot smarter than I was at that age. Maybe she'll figure it out.
Yeah, she will. She's clever. Frightening. Yeah, fearfully so. Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, she can look after herself. Okay, this is true. But this is like, nah, let them just fall, whatever. And this is... One thing is just getting blinded by her ability to get through this unharmed. Or like somehow alive. And the other is just ignoring the whole thing. She's on thin ice. My goal's on her falling through. Okay, this is definitely not good. The quest, like the problem about the details of the contracts. Actually, it's not really a problem, but the thing is, the devil contracts are always like djinn contracts, meaning that you get something, but you don't know what you have to pay for it, or you get something, but not in the way that you expect it to. So maybe the kids get safe passage, but safe passage for what price? How do they get safe passage? What if they get an item that destroys everything in the Shadow-Cursed lands and lets no one survive except for the kids? And then they take it because they want to survive and they want to get to Baldur's Gate. And they actually do this. And they pay a hefty price. What if this is the thing? This is actually very, very mean. And the thing is, they have to get desperate enough to actually use it first. Right? It's like throwing an atom bomb somewhere. With the hopes of this thing just magically solving all your problems. Well, basically, it's like a very, very hefty kind of way of like, That's very specific choice there, but the thing is, once you're desperate enough and you actually take on the deal with the devil, oh, then you're already so far down. But the thing is, you still think that this was the morally right choice to do because of the situation that you were in. This is actually very troublesome. Oh boy. One way would be to just ignore the devil and not get tempted. But the other way would be... yeah, you don't take the deal with the devil, but you do get tempted, but you figure out another way. Maybe even, yeah. You find another way out. That's basically what it is. But the thing is... actually these might be very wise words. The devil does not give you the right way out, but it leads you to it. That's basically it. That may be it. So she rules his Grava fighting, so maybe not. Either way, she can look after herself. Actually, let's just hope she's clever, though.
True enough. She'll go far in the city. We've just got to get her there safely.
Oh. Oh. Very interesting choice of words again. We will have to get there, or get her there safely. If we are her solution, then wow. That's actually very interesting. Raphael. Mol made a deal with Raphael, and we are the ones helping her out.
Yes, Mom.
We are already in there. Very interesting.
Wonder if I could con some gold off that cleric.
No, you're not. But alright. Very, very talky kind of episode already, but let's just move along. So what we got up here? Still, everything is whitish. Everything can be plucked again. The funny thing is, like all of this kind of, like who owns all of those items? Everybody? No one? Oh, very strange. So, dig deeper. They said to dig deeper. Wait, I was up here already. I got that much. And it's too high. What do you mean it's too high? It's too high. It can't be too high. This is a very... Wait, where? Oh, okay. Just full stack. Is there some... Somehow the camera won't go there anymore? Great. So, let's just move along. So many items that are going to be sold in a moment. Oh boy. Misha again. Isobel's room, right? With Isobel's.
We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse. She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
Oh, there. Isobel. Oh. A mirror. Another mirror. And another mirror. And this one. Okay, so the mirrors and a milk bowl for some reason. Very interesting. White-ish kind of magic with whitish candles and mirrors. The question is just, is it a portal into another place where the mirrors draw their energy from, or what exactly is it?
Eager for battle. Proceeding.
Okay, I do want to know what this diary is all about. Let's just look at that. Ever since I returned, there's been a filth in me. I feel it in my very lungs. I cannot get it out. It will never out, this death that reeks within me. There are some things even the Moon Maiden cannot heal. There are some things she would never accept in her devoted. I should never have come back. Come back as from the dead? Or come back as, yeah. How exactly did they come back? And I want to know what this elven bust is all about.
A bust of Ketheric Thorm as he once was, a devotee of Selûne.
Now he's all about Shah worship. Very interesting. So what changed?
A bust of Ketheric Thorm as he once was, a devotee of Selûne.
So let's just talk to this Misha for a moment.
What's up for discussion?
Take it easy while you can. We'll keep the watch.
Thank you. Anything or anyone else up here? No. Let's just look at this other place here with the oak door. It's set to dig deeper. Maybe with deeper they meant right onto the last light in. Oi. What are we looking at? Fists. That, whatever. Fistulae. Art Karlach. Oh!
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
Oh, Councillor Floric. Again.
Far from it.
Interesting.
I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people.
You know what? Before I'm talking to any of those fists or talking to the priest up there, let's just end this little episode that was more about talking and philosophy and whatnot. And then at one point we are going to loot all of the items. So let's end it already. Like and subscribe, of course, and ta-ta.